What's up, Marvel fans? Welcome back to the Pop Culture Corner, the place where I dissect Marvel movies and shows. Today, we're diving headfirst into the upcoming Madam Web movie. Just a disclaimer, the Sony Marvel Universe has gone through a lot of names, so there's a lot I could call it. Today, I'm probably going to stick with the SSU, meaning Sony's Spider-Man universe. But just to go off on a little tangent, there's way too much to call this universe. SPMUC, SUMC, SSMU, SSU, Sonyverse, Venomverse, Villainverse. We just have to pick one at this point, but the current name's the SSU, so I'm probably just going to stick with that. First things first, let's set the stage. If you're not familiar with her character, fear not. Do you get it? Man without fear? Yeah, I'll see myself out. But first off, Cassandra Webb is a old, wrinkly lady who's also blind and paralyzed. She's a clairvoyant, meaning she can see things before they happen. She also has telepathy, but clairvoyance is her main power. She uses these powers to supervise the Web of Life and Destiny. The Web of Life and Destiny is essentially the physical form of the Spider-Verse. But Cassandra Webb isn't the only Madam Web. The second Madam Web is Julia Carpenter, who's a younger version of her and can also see and walk. The movie Madam Web is more of a combination of both of them with the name of Cassandra Webb, but the look of Julia Carpenter. The main character in the movie is obviously the title character, Madam Web, whose job is to protect these three girls from this one guy who really likes to chokeslam people. Like, that's the only thing he does in the trailers. All while she has to master her clairvoyance. Her suit was the only one not shown in trailers. Instead, it was leaked by an ocean spray bottle. The suit's fairly comic accurate to the original suit, with the old wrinkly lady, but her civilian clothes are more accurate to the Julia Carpenter version. Speaking of Julia Carpenter is in the movie too, as one of the girls Cassandra or Cassie Webb has to protect. We don't know too much about her character, other than the fact that she'll eventually become Spider-Woman. Whether this is in the last few minutes of the movie, or just an alternate universe, or what. She is going to be a Spider-Woman. Her suit is fairly comic accurate, just more detailed and modernized with more patterns. And it's really detailed. Almost over-detailed. But the main problem I see with the suit is the mask. It's not terrible, but it's a little weird. It's ear holes and eye holes. I know a lot of people don't like it, but the eye holes are kind of fine for me. It's just the really weird ear holes that get me. But let me show you how to fix it. Fix the ear holes, give her the eye lens things, and done. And again, ear holes, eye lenses, fixed. Next character is Anya Corazon. Again, we know absolutely nothing about her character, other than she is or will become one of the other Spider-Women. Although in the comics she's only gone by Spider-Girl and her Anya, but that's an entirely different suit. But what I find really weird is they took her costume from the 2017 Spider-Man show. The suit I don't think she ever wore in the comics. I understand why. Her comic suit and Julia Carpenter's comic suit look very similar. But I honestly think the suit looks pretty good here, and accurate without making it over-detailed. But again, the only problem is the lenses, so fixed. I'm actually super proud of that edit. I got the size better than I did on the last one. The final Spider-Woman is Maddie Franklin. Again, we know nothing about her character. But in the comics, she is J. Jonah Jameson's niece. Don't know if that's going to carry over to this movie. But do like what we've seen of her so far. She has the Waldos and a very comic accurate costume. The only change is the spider being a little bit longer, which does not matter at all. It's perfect. Her suit is exactly how it is in the comics. It's 10 out of 10, except the running problem, the mask. It doesn't have actual lenses. It does kind of look like there's clear lenses, but that could just be the lighting of the scenes we've seen. So again, fixed. And now she got a perfect costume. Last character in a costume is Ezekiel Sims, the villain of the movie, which is weird because in the comics he isn't even a villain. Not even an anti-hero, just a guy who uses his powers to become rich. then eventually becomes a hero when he sacrifices himself for Peter. But in the movie, he'll be an old friend of Cassie Webb's mom, who's in some way connected to the three Spider-Women. But onto his suit. His civilian clothes is his comic-accurate costume. They created a new Spider-Man suit for him, though. The suit looks really good, and actually has lenses, which look really good red. And the red detailing on the dark suit also looks really nice. The only thing is that the chest feels a little empty. That's probably because I'm used to the giant spiders on everyone else's suits. But overall, it's pretty good. My biggest problem with the movie is that it pretty much says the three Spider-Women came before Spider-Man. There were some rumors saying that it was Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man whose universe it takes place in. Those rumors don't make sense. And then other rumors say that now it aligns more with the Tom Holland Spider-Man, which makes even less sense because Madam Web isn't an MCU movie. It just confuses me. But until February 14th, all we can do is wait for the movie. But how do you feel about the movie? Do the costumes look as good as you hoped? Share your thoughts in the comments to keep the conversation going. And of course, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell to stay up to date on all things Marvel. Until next time, true believers.